move on to the House for more politics. Now, Donald Trump is at it again. You know what? Let's just go to the tape.
Yeah, Donald Trump now accusing President Obama and Hillary Clinton of creating the terror group.
Fox News senior national correspondent John Roberts is live in Miami with the latest for us. Hey, John.
Last night, going after Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, taking it even further. Listen to what he said.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He's the founder of ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton.
So Obama pretty much campaigned on getting us out of Iraq. All right? we weren't supposed to be there. We should have been in Afghanistan. There were no WMDs. Osama bin Laden was not in that area. So, you know, we should have gotten out of there. Saddam Hussein was gone. We put in Nouri al-Maliki and his regime. So we've done our part. Crime was down. Resistance was down. Troops were leaving and crime was steady going down, so we should leave. Well, conservatives were saying, no, we should stay. We should have a presence. Maybe we should build a base. But if the government of Iraq, because it was duly elected by the people, if they decide that we should leave, we shouldn't put a timetable on it, but we should slowly decrease and move out. Well, the prime minister of Iraq started to agree with us. Listen to this.
Get U.S. troops out by 2010. Good morning. I'm Monica Novotny. That's not just Barack Obama's plan anymore. The Iraqi government coming out this morning calling for essentially the same thing. The word came from an Iraqi spokesman shortly after Barack Obama met with Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki.
We are not talking about the timetable which is being used for the election. We are talking on a real timetable which Iraqis set.
What is that timetable?
Up to 2010.
The political reason why Nouri al-Maliki wanted us out of there was because we went into a sovereign country, unwanted, and started a war. Now, you can argue whether it was justified or not, but let's not go into that. We were in that country, and we had occupied that country. We ousted one leader and put in another one. And we thought that, hey, because crime was going down, everything was going good, Nouri al-Maliki, who is, I think, a weak prime minister, but he was there and everything seemed to be okay, it's time for us to go. And the American people was tired of this war anyway. They were tired of Bush, tired of the economy, and tired of this war. So, hey, let's get out of there. So it started to dominate politics. Of course it's going to dominate politics, but the political reason why Nouri al-Maliki wanted us out of there was because now he was the prime minister. It was his country, and he needed to show strength. And if he had let America stay there, he would not, even if Iraq wanted us there, even if the Iraqi people wanted us there, he would have been weak to the surrounding countries around him. And he'll be beholden forever to our country. We knew that, and we were okay with that. But Nouri al-Maliki and the surrounding countries were not. But let's listen to, back in 2004, John McCain agreed to come out, but then he flip-flopped. So let's take a look at that.
In April of that year at the Council on Foreign Relations, McCain was asked the then hypothetical question of what the U.S. should do if a sovereign Iraqi government asked us to leave, even if we were unhappy about the security situation there. McCain answered.
It's obvious that we would have to leave because if it was a elected government of Iraq, and we've been asked to leave other places in the world, if it were an extremist government, then I think we would have other challenges. But I don't see how we could stay when our whole emphasis and policy has been based on turning the Iraqi government over to the Iraqi people.
1 second. Okay, John McCain said back in 2004 that if a sovereign country like Iraq chose to let us go, or to tell us to go, that we should go. And he had no problem with that because of other countries. But think about this. Think about this. Think about all the wars that America has fought overseas, internationally. Think of World War I, II, Vietnam. Keep thinking. Have we left those countries? Think about that for a second. Have we left? So back in 2004, John McCain said we should go if they tell us to go. Now listen to what he says.
This morning here on MSNBC, Senator McCain was asked about Prime Minister Maliki's demand that the U.S. at least make plans to go home.
Iraqis have made it very clear, including meetings I had with the president and foreign minister of Iraq, that it's based on conditions on the ground. That's what I've always said. I've always said we'll come home with honor and with victory and not through a set timetable.
John McCain, on one hand, you're saying we should leave if they tell us to leave, and then you say it's based on conditions and we shouldn't have a set timetable. So you're flip-flopping on your argument. Now, I'm going to get to my point about whether or not Obama and Clinton are responsible for all this. But you're saying two different things. And you even got, in retrospect, you even got other Republicans saying that it was a mistake to go into Iraq.
In retrospect, if not publicly, among your peers in Congress, what percentage of Republicans in Congress would largely share your worldview, even if they don't exactly say it in CBS interviews?
Well, once President Bush decided to go into Iraq, I thought it was a mistake because we hadn't finished the job in Afghanistan. In retrospect, almost all of us think that that was a horrible mistake to go in with those hundreds of thousands of troops.
Give us a guesstimate percentage.
I don't know many.
Looking for a number. 2/3, 1/3?
I can't. All I can say is the people, everybody I know thinks it was a mistake to go in now.
That's 100%.
And
so everybody's thinking that it was a bad thing. John McCain saying that we should leave if they tell us to leave. All the GOP Republicans saying it was a bad mistake anyway, but hey, in public we're going to support the president when we should have never been there in the first place. Even Hillary Clinton, who voted for the war based on the evidence, we should not have been there. But would you say that because that vacuum was gone, because that strong leadership, or you would say strong, even though I would say it was a tyrannical leadership of Saddam Hussein, because that leadership was gone and we got a weak guy like Nouri al-Maliki in there, that created the culture of ISIS? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you should go back and listen to some documentaries that'll show you how the vacuum was caused because the Bush people had no plan. And because they had no plan, they put in a weak guy who seemed strong, who turned out to be weak. They put him in there. Within a year, he was gone. Obama had to deal with this. He wanted the troops out of Iraq. Nouri al-Maliki wanted to appear strong when he wasn't strong in the first place. He got ousted, or whatever the hell happened to him. And then ISIS, who had been around since 1993, do you research GOP, stood up. So, who was the founder of ISIS? I'm not saying Bush was the founder of ISIS. I'm not saying Obama or Clinton were the founder of ISIS. But situations happened before Obama even took office. Let me know what you guys think at the bottom. Like the post, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think. I'm loving what's going on with my channel, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Keep up the love. And until the next video, guys, peace.